Thank you for your purchase of the little balance box. Today we will be going over some assembly and troubleshooting of the little balance box. Here's all the things that you will find inside. The first thing is the desiccant package. Please make sure to put that in the box or in the trash can so your little one or pets do not get a hold of it. The other things that you will find in here is a little note that if you're still having any questions or problems following this video, please feel free to call us or email us, and we are happy to help. Now for the assembly. All boxes include our instruction manual that has step-by-step instructions in English, Spanish, and in French, with picture diagrams as well to help with the assembly. This instruction manual can be used with the beige and the green feet little balance boxes. Next thing you'll find in here is your pack with screwdriver and screws, 1 screwdriver and 4 screws. Again, make sure that you're doing these in an area that's safe. So these are small pieces. We don't want any little ones or any animals choking on them. Next, we'll find our 2 side pieces here, mid-bar support. This is the clear polycarbonate top. It has a white protective film on top for packaging. Please feel free to grab a hold of this. As you can see, it can be a little challenging, and just pull that white piece off prior to assembling your little balance box. Put this out of the way. Next, we have our frames. So start off by having your balance box on a nice flat surface. It'll be easier for you to get the screws in with the feet hanging off, so that way it's not tipping at all. So you're going to check your side pieces first and just go ahead and put them in. Make sure they go in nice and easily. If for some reason they don't go in smoothly, then just switch the sides. Then what I like to do is go ahead and put the screws in first on these 2 since I have a little bit more space to work with. You want to hold the side part in, get the screw in, make sure it's nice and lined up and not wobbling. Hold this part down, apply a little bit of pressure, make sure it's lined up straight, and take your screwdriver and start screwing it in. Do not completely tighten at this point, just get it most of the way in so it holds it in place. We'll do a final tightening at the end once we get all the pieces in. Same thing for this side, get the screw in, make sure it's lined up good, solid, hold the side down, apply a little pressure on the screw to get it in. You do need to apply a pressure onto the screwdriver to get the screws in to get it through the wood. Do not use any type of power drill when installing these screws because you will very quickly strip the screws with the drill moving too fast. Now that you've got those 2 screws in, we're going to go ahead and put the other pieces in. Mid-bar support, top panel. Now this part, it's usually easier to do from this side looking at the bottom because you can line up the holes a little bit easier and see them in the middle. There you go. Once that's into place, support the whole balance box, turning it over. Again, flat surface, feet hanging off. Apply pressure to this side in the corner as you're putting this screw in. Do not push on the leg because you can end up having the screw go in at an awkward level. So always apply pressure in the top corner. Get everything lined up. Again, take your screwdriver. And go ahead and screw it in. Applying pressure. Again, do not screw it down the whole way. About halfway to 3/4, get it in its place. Come over and do the other side. again, lining the balance box up, holding it in place, applying some pressure on the corner, also applying some pressure to the screw. As you get it in. Now that everything looks like it's lined up, I'm going to go back and tighten everything. Do not over tighten it, just tighten it down so it feels nice and secure. So if you're having some problems with tightening, you might just need to get a little bit better angle on the screwdriver. And so in this case, I'm just going to turn it this way a little bit. So for me and my body mechanics, I can get a better leverage. And there we go. Okay, that one's in nice and secure. Flip these over. Tighten everything up one last time. And again, depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed, you might need to just switch to give yourself a little more leverage in the direction that you're putting the screws in. These screws have a very small pre-drilled chamber to go into, so sometimes they're a little finicky with getting the angle set up correctly. Those ones are in. Let me go back and give a little bit more to this one. Okay, everything's nice and secure. And so when you pull your little balance box up, you should see that all the sides are nicely put together, no big gaps. Again, if for some reason you are having a large gap or the screw is not going in, then just take it apart and switch the two side pieces and redo the screws, and you shouldn't have a problem. But again, sometimes you just kind of need to put the screw in from a different angle to be able to get a little bit better position to get that screw in.